If you've heard the term bridging loan thrown around and you don't quite get it, or you think it's some magic trick to buy houses for free, don't worry. In this video, I'll break it down in plain English. Put simply, a bridging loan is just a tool. It's not a shortcut to wealth unless you've got the most important thing locked in first: finding good property deals. Because if you can find great deals, there's always ways to fund them, including using none of your own money. Let's get into it. So what is bridging finance? Bridging finance is short-term lending. It's basically a loan that bridges the gap between you buying a property and refinancing it with a mortgage later on. You're not using it forever, you're just using it to get in, add value, and then get out with a cheaper mortgage. Simple. Yes, the interest rate is higher, usually around 1% per month, but you're not holding it for years. You might only have it for 3 to 6 months. So the overall cost is pretty reasonable when used correctly. So why should you use bridging? Let's say you find a house for £80,000 on the market and it needs a £20,000 refurb on it, but the end value is going to be 130k. Maybe you don't have that 80k in the bank, fair enough. But if you've got access to bridging finance, you can say, I'm a cash buyer, even if technically you're borrowing the cash from a lender. That puts confidence in your offer when you negotiate. It means you can negotiate hard, because when sellers hear cash, they think speed, and speed gets you the deal. So here's how using bridging works step by step. You secure the deal for, say, 60k. You borrow the majority of that from the bridging lender. Some lenders will also fund 100% of the refurb costs. Now you add that 20k of value onto the property with the refurb, and hey presto, it's worth £130,000. Then you refinance with a buy-to-let mortgage at 75% of the new value. Using that refinance money, you pay off the bridging lender, and now boom, you own a rented cash flowing asset and you've recycled most of your capital. That bridging loan interest rate drops from 1% per month down to 4 to 5% per year, and then you're on to the next deal. That's the power of using bridging when you use it right. So who can get bridging finance? One thing to remember when using bridging finance is that they're not lending based on you, they're lending based on the deal. If the deal stacks up, then you're in. If it doesn't, then you do not get the loan, and you shouldn't be buying it anyway. All the lenders care about is, does the property have equity? Can they get their money back if you mess it up? With this being said, they aren't as picky with lending as certain people. Maybe you have a bad credit score or have other loans. Well, because bridging is based on the deal, it doesn't really come into play. Now listen, bridging isn't for buying bad deals. If you're borrowing money at a high interest rate and the numbers don't work, you're going to get burnt. If you're unsure on whether your deal stacks, don't worry. We can find those deals for you. In fact, we have a WhatsApp community dedicated to providing high quality deals with accurate numbers. The link for the WhatsApp group is in the description. No pressure for you to join, but we're going to be posting high quality deals in there quite regularly. Through that group, you could also book a personal one-to-one call where we can actually discuss where you are now and where you want to be. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one.